Hey everybody, it's Mark again here, WeatherMan Plus. Hope y'all having a great day today. I got a good update for you. It looks like the cold front, the second one that's coming in, it is going to smash up Gamma, and Gamma's not going to do anything but go down and bother Mexico a lot. As far as Delta, I am showing Delta is going to make it all the way into the Gulf. I have new info for you, and I'm going to show you the dry air that's going to protect everybody from Delta. Matter of fact, dry air is going to kill it. So let me get on into it. I hope y'all having a blessed day today. God bless every single one of you. And let me show you. All right, now first thing I would like to show you is the temperatures. Some people say the temperatures of the water is too cold. I don't understand. Well, I'm just going to show you 4 quick clips and show you every 5 days what actually happens with these temperatures down here. Because there is a spot when the winds go away that also the temperatures warm up. It's 10 days. It gets really warm in 15 days. And as it passes by, and you can see the storm here in the Gulf. But it gets warm, guys. The cold temperatures do go away. Give it enough time to get into the Gulf. Now, you can go to Pivotal Weather and see all this yourself. If you started on the 60-hour run, this is when you'll catch the beginning of when it picks up this low pressure. Now, 60 hours is a little over a couple of days. It's almost exactly 3 days. But I'm going to run it for you, and I'm going to clip it for you. And so you can see that next 5 days, and that's it. I'm going to stop after that. Now you'll see how Gamma forms up, and it still goes over towards Central America, and then it heads towards Mexico, just like it done on all the other runs. That is very consistent. But you can see how the pressure tries to break off from here when you get to the 90-hour mark, and it tries to go towards the Florida, the west of Florida. And that's why you see on some models that something big goes to Florida, but it actually, I'll show it reaches out and then it gets pulled back away. I believe all the energy goes together and slams back with Gamma and helps it come towards Mexico City pretty much. Now the second one is down here, and you'll see this one form up later. This will be Delta. Now you see how it stretches out across Florida, and it tries, but it can't get a center of circulation, and it dies off and chokes. There's the last shot. The last shot, the energy goes away. It's actually getting pulled from the spins from Gamma, and it's going to come down here. Now, that's what I'm going to show you next. That is past 5 days, just so people know. And here is your Delta moving his way towards the Gulf. All right, now this is at the 120-hour mark. This is 5 days. And I'm going to show you all the way through. Instead of going every 6 hours, I'm going to skip 24 hours each time. That way you know it's a day. Now, if you look up here, you'll see it says Monday the 5th. That's also where you can get the date if you can see that on the screen that you're looking at. Here's Tuesday. Here's Wednesday the 7th. Thursday the 8th. And that's when Delta will start getting picked up. Now, on Friday, on the 9th, is when it starts getting a center location back to the center of Gulf of Mexico. And if you look at the 10-day mark, 240 hours away, this is next Saturday on the 10th. It's showing good formation. The lines are equal with the winds. It looks like it's straight up and down. But if you watch past this, I know everything's subject to change. It goes on an eastern push. And I will show you exactly why that is. But as it goes in, it gets to 288 hours away, 984 millibars. So a Hurricane Cat 1 is about 980 millibars. So it's right below that. So the winds will be right in the 60s to 70s, maybe low 70s, if any, of the 70s, probably high 60s. But as you go in, instead of every 24 hours now, I'm going to go every 12 hours. And here's the winds. The knots. 56 knots is what I'm picking up out of this. Now they've turned knots into miles per hour, divided by 6, add it to knots, and you get 9. That's the highest I see. But that's 65 miles per hour winds as it moves through. 12 hours later, it heads north. Now, people want to know if this is going to go up the northeast. No. I'm showing that the same thing that steers it east is going to be the same thing that keeps it from going from the northeast, and that's why it turns an eastern push right here. It spins all the way around. This is every 12 hours. Now that's 2 days now. It took 2 days for it to come from Tallahassee and go all the way back around and come out. It took 2 days. Then it comes back around because it's getting surrounded, and I'll show you that in a second. It goes back over Florida again as a very weak system and pretty much dies off. It's surrounded. Let me show you. Now here's the side shot on the other side of Florida at the 288-hour mark. Here it is about to hit the landfall, and here's what it looks like as it goes over. And it comes back around and then goes over Florida again. And then it weakens. Now, the first cold front smacked down Gamma. Gamma couldn't do nothing. It went down towards Mexico. I'm sorry, Mexico. The second one, Delta, it comes up, and I'm showing it the second cold front is going to control this system as well. Now, what you're looking at here is a 222nd hour mark. That way we can see the P-Watt anomaly, so we can see the precipitation. So all the dry air is all this white and brown that you see trying to form up around this system, because here's the system here. Now I'm going to move for you every 6 hours on this one just so you can see exactly what goes on here, because this dry air gets in around this system and then pushes it east. This is why Texas is not going to have any problems from this system. 252 hours, it gets stronger, starts pushing it east. It gets way stronger back here. Matter of fact, this gets so strong there's no way it's going to come back. So I do not show Texas has a problem. I see that most of Louisiana would not have a problem either. Maybe southern as far as some winds. And you can see this stretch all the way around this system. I'm going to show you a better angle in just a second. I just want you to comprehend what goes on. Then that second front comes down, dries the air completely. There's no way it can come back to any kind of formation to get any energy. This thing is done. Goes over Florida, loses its potency. Look what it's around. It's done. Now here's a better shot. It's at 240 hours. This is your 10-day mark. Here's our system. Here's this dry air that's going to move in and choke this system out. I'm moving every 6 hours. Look at it. Surrounds it. It tries to head north. This is why y'all in the north will not see this, because it's going to get surrounded by the dry air and push it down and out. Look at that. Done. Goes back over Florida. It's trapped at this point. It has nowhere to go. It's going to die. Okay, now I'll put it on wind gust. That way we can see exactly what's going on with these systems. And I'll put it on nice and quick. That way I don't want to waste any more of y'all time. I just want you to get a good aerial view of what's exactly going to happen according to the information that you just seen. Now, time and date is on the top left if you can see it. Right now it's going into the morning of the 3rd. Here you have Gamma right here. And it's going to hover around, and then it's going to eventually go off towards Mexico City. There's your stretch out that the system tries to do towards Florida, but it will go away. It don't win the fight. And both models are showing that. And then this energy gets pulled down, imagine from the twirling from Gamma, because it is twirling down here. You can't see it, but it's spinning. And it pulls all that energy down. And this is a 7th. It's there for days. A slight boom in the high 50s. That's about it. Here comes Delta. Delta comes zooming in on the 8th. Beeline straight for it. And if you remember, the dry air cuts it off and pushes it east. And here's where it got cut off. It's pretty much getting stopped for a second. And it's going to go east. Then the dry air is going to choke it off from going any further north. And as it spins around, it just gets surrounded. But I'll zoom in so you can see the wind gust. Just so we know what you're looking at. The 30s is green. High 30s to 40s is the orange. You got 50s in the red. And you got 60 when you get the pink. Here's your ledger up here at the top. Hurricane force would be a bluish purple. More blue than purple, but that's what it'd be. Let me slow it down, because this is, according to this so far, what our winds are going to be as far as what's going on. Okay, if it isn't going to be terrible winds like hurricane force, and it's just going to be in the high 60s or 70s, it's good to know who's going to be getting those 50s and 60s. So this is on the 12th so far at 6 a.m. You had one little spurt of the hurricane force, and that was it. It's that way you can see what you're looking for. Keep your eye right here on the right side of the pink. If you see that color, that's hurricane force winds. Right there. That's hurricane force winds. And let's see if we pick anything up for anybody else. The system over here, that's not looking too good. Now here it gets on land, and it starts getting into the 30s, and it rolls around. This is where it gets completely covered in dry air. It's the 13th at 6 a.m. 24 hours later, it starts getting weaker. Here comes that dry air. You saw it swoosh on in. It pushes it out. It tries to get more energy from the Atlantic Ocean, but it says nope. It swallows it because all the dry air from all the cold that comes in on the second cold front. Now, this is the 14th. It starts making its way back out towards the Atlantic Ocean. It starts getting a little bit more energy, but it's still surrounded by dry air everywhere. There's some dry air. Look right here. There's some dry air right here on the east side, so it blocks it. It can't go back out and get energy and come back or anything. So it starts heading towards the only place it has left is back over Florida to this part of the Gulf, where it's still a little bit of moisture, a little bit of precipitation still going on. But at the same time, that move kills it. It's checkmate. It can't do nothing. This is on the 16th, and it's done. There's nothing left to it. That's it. And that looks like that's not forming either. Dry air's all up here. It's going to push down. It's not going nowhere. All right, real quick, I put it on fast so you can see everything in one quick, swift motion. This is your 10-meter runs. This is your damage in winds. And tropical storm strength will be in the 30s to low 40s. It'll be at a bright white that you'll see. When it gets into that orange, that's 50s and 60s. I would tell you past that, but I honestly believe that we're not going to see much past that except for a spurt here or there. I don't see it being consistent. Now just keep watching, and you'll see the second. I'll call out the dates as it comes into the morning. On the 3rd, this is Gamma. That's tropical storm. On the 4th, it tries breaking off, doing a piece with some tropical depression, maybe tropical storm close to winds. On the 5th, it moves back to the center, and the energy goes down to Gamma. There's Gamma down there. It looks like tropical storm, low 50 pop. Maybe some high tropical storm, 50s and 60s, possible so far for the most intensity. Here's Delta, moving into the center on the 9th, headed up on the 10th, tropical storm, 50s, tropical storm, 50s. That's all I see is tropical storm and patches of 50. Now let's back that up just for a second. Tropical storm with high 50s on the left side and a little bit on the right. That's it. I don't see anything that's going to be worrisome as far as a hurricane or any of that. Dry air smacks it, it comes back around and just dies out. Right there, it gets back to tropical storm again. Now it's cornered because the dry air is going to be over here. You see it? And it has to go west now because it's going to be trapped. And that's when it dies out and it makes the wrong move and just the winds are gone. The winds are gone. It's right here over it. And you can't even see it because it has 20s, high 20s and low 30s. That's it. That's what it's got. All right, before you go, I'm going to leave you with some video that I got from two of our subs. One is from Luke, and the other one is from Follow Me. She sent some of her clouds, and Luke sent some pictures from a flooding that he had. I believe it was from Sandy, wasn't it, Luke? I believe. Let us know in the comments, buddy. And he sent us another one from what happened when Hurricane Harvey hit. So he's showing the flood levels they had. So if you have any in this video that you'd love to share it with the rest of the community, just send it to me at the weatherchannellive@gmail.com. I will be glad to put it up there for you and give you a full credit, of course. Just let us show what you have experienced. Let others see. God bless you, you two. I appreciate y'all videos. And that's everything with the storms. I do believe that that's been so consistent that it's coming to the Gulf. So consistent it's coming to the Gulf. Now it's been so consistent that Gamma's going towards Mexico City. Tropical storm. It's been so consistent now for 2 days that this is going to be a strong tropical storm to to a weaker one. This is going to be tropical storm. I think it's going to be in the 60s at the tops, and that's it. I think that's what we're going to see out of this. And I think it's going to be a rain event. It seems like that's what we've been having all season is rain events. Now, I really do mean that when I tell y'all I hope that y'all are having a great day. If not, always best to hide it. That way you can share love to others, okay? Because as you can't tell with me, I'm having an awful day. But I'm not going to show it, because I'm not going to let it control me, because that's when it gets control of you. But I am going to get myself back on track. Genesis 20. And Abraham journeyed from thence toward the south country, and dwelled between Kadesh and Shur, and sojourneyed in Gerar. And Abraham said of Sarah his wife, She is my sister. And Abimelech king of Gerar sent and took Sarah. But God came to Abimelech in a dream by night, and said to him, Behold, thou art but a dead man, for the woman which thou hast taken, for she is a man's wife. But Abimelech had not come near her, and he said, Lord, wilt thou slay also a righteous nation? Said he not unto me, She is my sister? And she, even she herself said, He is my brother. And the integrity of my heart and the innocency of my hands have I done this. And God said unto him in a dream, Yea, I know that thou didst this in the integrity of thy heart, for I also withheld thee from sinning against me. Therefore suffered I thee not to touch her. Now therefore restore the man his wife, for he is a prophet, and he shall pray for thee, and thou shalt live. And if thou restore her not, know thou that thou shalt surely die, thou and all that are thine. Therefore Abimelech rose early in the morning, and called all his servants, and told all these things in their ears, and the men were so afraid. Then Abimelech called Abraham, and said unto him, What hast thou done unto us? And what have I offended thee, that thou hast brought on me and on my kingdom a great sin? Thou hast done these deeds unto me that ought not to be done. And Abimelech said unto Abraham, What sawest thou, that thou hast done this thing? And Abraham said, Because I thought, surely the fear of God is not in this place, and they will slay me for my wife's sake. And yet indeed she is my sister. She is the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother. But she became my wife. And it came to pass, when God caused me to wander from my father's house, that I said unto her, This is thy kindness which thou shalt shew unto me. At every place whither we shall come, say of me, He is my brother. And Abimelech took sheep and oxen, and men servants and women servants, and gave them unto Abraham, and restored him Sarah his wife. And Abimelech said, Behold, my land is before thee, dwell where it pleaseth thee. And unto Sarah he said, Behold, I have given thy brother 1,000 pieces of silver. Behold, he is to thee a covering of the eyes unto all that are with thee. And with all other, thus she was reproved. So Abraham prayed unto God, and God healed Abimelech and his wife, and his maidservants, and they bare children. For the Lord had fast closed up all the wombs of the house of Abimelech, because of Sarah, Abraham's wife. Wow, that's such power. Amen. God bless you all today. I hope y'all continue to have a great day. I'm showing that we don't have any problems with neither one of these storms. We're going to have a rain event. I'm just not showing, all these bad scenarios and catastrophic events that I see people putting in comments. That's crazy stuff. God bless you all. I hope you all have a great day. All glory does go to God. Amen.
In this area, the clouds are never this low, and I've noticed this year just this year how low these clouds are throughout the summer. I hope you find this video interesting. This is around my job.